Is this guy supposed to be the ultimate badass?
What's up, everybody? It's the final mock draft of the season.
What's up, baby? What's up, everybody? We're doing the final mock draft of the draft season, the draft cycle, whatever you want to call it. All right. So we got a jam-packed show tonight, man. We're going to give you 2 7-round mock drafts, Cowboys corner, and myself, obviously. So without further ado, man, let's bring in the co-host, Cowboys corner.
He's in the building!
Mike, what's up, bro?
Hey, it's a big day, Joe. Got to bust out the tie. Got to be super official up in this. And it's the final mock draft, Joe. Big day in 48 hours. Big day. A lot of lives will change in the next 72 hours, Joe.
Indeed it will. It's going to be a good time indeed around here. It's you never know what you're going to get draft season, you know. So let's kick this thing off with a couple of things, final thoughts on how this draft could go, you know what I mean, and then we'll get into our 7-round final mocks. Okay, Mike. So I think first of all here, a lot of us saw the Jerry Jones, the press conference, the front office, whatever you want to call it. They've been lying all season, all right? So I take a lot of that with, they asked them everything from draft targets, O-lineman, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, a whole bunch of stuff. To me, it was just a whole bunch of Jerry Jones want to hear himself talk, a bunch of lies. They're all lies, bro. That's just kind of how I see it, Mike. So what can you take from anything from that press conference? They do it every year.
Yeah. No, Jerry's got to be Jerry. Dallas media is going to be Dallas media. Nothing's going to be said what needs to be said. Nothing's going to be asked what needs to be asked. And the cycle continues yet for another year. Props to Jane Slater, though. She did try to get more out of Jerry, saying, why do you wait to training camp? Why don't you just get the money done now? And then Jerry tried to, sell Jane something. Jane wasn't having it. Steven had to jump in there and try to sell Jane, and guess what? They still didn't have it. Look, I'm all for signing Micah, and I'm all for signing CeeDee Lamb. Right? Justin Jefferson's going to get paid. And, Stephen Jones made the comment, they're talking to other agents. All these agents are talking. They're going to want this X amount of money. But they don't know what it is, but they just know that they're talking about money. So they got to get their crap together. And they need to do it fast because you could pay CeeDee Lamb more. And Jerry's justification for that, Joe, was he knows what the cap's going to look like, the salary cap, what that's going to look like in 5 years. Jerry, you probably won't even be alive to see 5 years. Let's be real. Let's take care of CD. Let's take care of Micah, and let's get this built.
Let's get this thing built. Indeed, man. Indeed it is. And it's going to start Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, if you happen to be on the East Coast. We live here in the Central Time Zone. Okay. That's where it's at.
Central Time is the best.
I mean, the early mocks when draft season started, right out the gate, JPJ, right? The needle seems to have moved a little bit away from him a little bit here as we get down to the stretch, but his name is still very much in the mix, in my opinion, as well as Zach Frazier. But you are starting to hear that there are other scenarios in here in place where it could go deep in this thing. You know what I mean? So that there leads me to think that it's BPA. It's been doing BPA / need. Right? They kind of blur there. You know what I mean? There's that gray area. BPA, but need as well. I mean, everybody's been clamoring that offensive line is the pick, guaranteed. I think they asked Broadus, and I think he said that it was about 90% chance. So when everything looks like it's gonna be the pick, it's just too good to be true to me. And I just have a feeling that they have something up their, if a certain player falls there, that they have a high grade on, happens to be there, that they can't pass on, and that could be the pick there, Mike. But ultimately, I still do believe, without a doubt, Mike, they're going O-line regardless. Would you say that that's true there, Mike?
It's absolutely true. You don't let Tyler Biadasz just walk away for nothing if you don't have eyes set on, Frazier, on Jackson Powers Johnson, the best center in this draft. I don't care what medicals say. I don't care if he's one concussion away of forgetting his ABCs. Teach him CBA, what would you be just fine? I think you have to take what it's given, and when it's all said and done, I understand that wide receiver and offensive tackle is deep, but one thing that isn't deep enough is center, and you have the opportunity to go get the best center in the draft, and I think the Cowboys got to go do
it. They have to, bro. They have to go O-line early. I would say first 3 rounds, some sort of configuration of a tackle, a guard, center. Flex guys, plenty of them here in these opening rounds. So, Mike, needs of needs. How far can you push back running back from what they've done in free agency? Are they giving a hint as far as like where the opening round is for going after running back? Or what's your thought?
I think running backs open from the second round all the way up to the 4th round if they can get a 4th round pick. There's a lot of good, different kind of Swiss Army knife, so to speak. You got the short guys, you got the speedy guys, you got the powerhouse guys, you got the big bulky guys. There are a lot of Swiss Army knives when it comes to the running back position. It's just what type of running back are you looking for? And I think with the signing of Freeman lets me know that they're okay with maybe going 3rd round with the running back. Maybe they're okay with going 4th round if they can get one of those picks, or trade into the 4th round some way, form, or fashion and go get them a guy, right? And so I think 2nd, 3rd, 4th, those are your magic sweet spots to go get you a running back. There's a pick of the litter, but there's different sharp knives for the running back room, Joe.
Yeah. No, I agree. I totally agree. I think, 2nd round, starting round, all the way to 4th, 5th round, they have signed a bigger type of backs here. Everybody knows we want to be more physical. So to me, as long as they can find a back that's better than what they have right now in house, they'll use a draft pick. But if they're there at the end and they're like, is this guy better than Rico, or is he better than Freeman? And if it's borderline, they might not even use a pick there. So, man, my gut feeling is if we don't get one between the 3rd and 4th, it's going to be running back by committee. They can probably regret it, and we'll be talking about this again next year. But there are names attached to the Cowboys early. The one that we all talk about, from Texas, he's heavily attached, as you could say. So, wouldn't be surprised there. Mike, what about linebacker? All right. Who are the top you think are realistically going to be there?
In what round? 1st round?
let's say the Cowboys pivot, they shock the world, and they go Cowboy. Let's say that either it's 24 or then trade back, and they target a linebacker. Who are the top names there that they consider there?
At the top of the draft, Edgerrin Cooper. Cowboys have a long history with him and meeting with him. You got Edgerrin Cooper is the only one that really comes to mind. That's the one that they've really captivated it with. And trying to bring him in here. I think he's an early second day guy. The only reason why I would say no to Edgerrin Cooper is because or Junior Colson. They got a good attachment to him, right? I would say that out of Michigan. So those are the top guys, maybe in the second round that the Cowboys really could consider.
Yeah, no, I agree there. Those are the two guys that would be there for me. I think you can't go wrong with either of them. And then, you go get to work there. And hopefully you're picking up a third or fourth, and I think the Cowboys, hopefully they do. That missing that fourth round pick is huge. We talked about it in many of our mocks. Going from that third pick all the way to the fifth, it's a lifetime, bro. It's a lifetime. Birthdays are had, babies are born between that path there. So they got to, I would even trade a future pick because you're going to have, you're going to have some comp picks. These guys love the comp picks, bro. So giving up a future 2025 pick, you're going to have to pay a little bit, but to jump back in, get her done, as I say. All right. I want the fourth rounder. Mike, without further ado, bro, let's get into these final mock drafts. We're going to kick this thing off with Mike's 7-round mock. Okay, let's get this set up, bro.
Are you ready, guys? I wore the tie today. It's a great day. You might see the tie on Thursday. So I tied it myself. It's not a clip-on, as you can see. It's not a button-up either. We don't play those games around here in these streets. Your man's official, all right? Your man's official up in here. Cowboys Corner, official.
Official indeed. All right, let's see if we can get this going. This will be the first time we actually try this. So
we're winning the Super Bowl.
Let's see what we got here. We're going to share this here. Tab, obviously. Cowboys Corner. We'll share that right there. All right. And let's get what we got right here. We're going to get that going there. Cowboys Corner. Final my draft. All right, Mike. Come on.
All right. So the draft's going on in my mock draft, Joe, and the Kansas City Chiefs call up the Dallas Cowboys, and they agree to trade. Cowboys get the 32nd pick. They move up to our pick. They pick up the 131st pick from the Chiefs, so they get their fourth round pick now, Joe. And so the draft continues in my mock draft, and the Cowboys are on the clock.
Cowboys are on the clock.
The 32nd pick of the 2024 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select. Hit it. Jackson Powers Johnson, center, Oregon. All right, 6'3", 228. Started 24 games at center. He played a little bit of defensive tackle. He played a little bit of right tackle in his career. But his main recipe, the main ingredient is center. All right, guys. He plays with power. He got great hands. He has great feet. Like I said, he is the best center in the draft. The tape don't lie. With a 32nd pick, the Dallas Cowboys are selecting Jackson Powers Johnson. You are putting a star on your helmet, sir.
I like the pick. As we go through these picks, Mike and I will break them down. I like the pick here because Cowboys met with him, obviously. He's a 30 visit. I think they feel good enough about the supposed alleged medicals that he has. But when you put on the tape, this guy is an absolute mauler. This guy gets to the second level and doesn't get off of you. I mean, he's just like a pit bull. He ain't gonna let go, man. Once he's on you, he's gonna push you out of the way, open up the running lanes. I like this pick, Mike.
So, Cowboy fans, we're going home happy. We're on Friday evening, Joe. It's Friday. You probably ordered some pizza. You probably ordered some wings. And the second round's ticking, ticky, ticky. All right? And now the Dallas Cowboys are on the clock. With the 56th pick in the 2024 draft, the Dallas Cowboys select. Hit it. Jonathan Brooks, running back, Texas. I know what you guys are thinking. We shit on this guy a lot, but this is a second round Dallas Cowboy move. 6 foot, 216 pounds in 2023 at Texas. He averaged 6.1 yards a carry before his ACL tear. He has great hands. He has great run discipline. He knows when to lower the shoulder. He knows when to run through a hole. The guy still has the talent, but you're taking a huge risk because he only had a one-hit year. And the Dallas Cowboys, this sings to them, Joe. Jonathan Brooks, you have a star on your helmet in my mock draft.
Yeah. This would be one of those picks where people either love it or they hate it. You hit it right on the head, Mike. It's a one-year wonder with a little bit more yardage. I think would have been nice. His carry style, his run style, it's leaves a little bit more to be desired. As you could say, elusiveness, this type of thing. But he is a bit of a power back, and the ceiling's high on him. He's a one-year wonder. So you're hoping that what you saw in that 1 year is going to, carry that on through his rookie contract. You know what I mean? So 6 foot, 216. I mean, could be the next line of really solid Texas running backs. You know what I mean? Texas has put out some pretty good running backs in the NFL, but they've also put out some average as hell guys. But I think Jonathan Brooks here is going to be one of the better ones. So here in the second round, right up the Cowboys alley, I think we all kind of know that it's going to be, one of these roll the dice kind of players. They do it every year. This is not going to change. So Jonathan Brooks will be in the mix. Peyton Wilson will be in the mix. Kool-Aid McKinstry will be in the mix if he happens to be there. Anybody with any kind of issues, Sweat possibly, but I think he's going to go way later than what people think. But I like this pick here. It makes sense for the Cowboys, and it's definitely a need, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Cowboys Twitter is going to be going crazy. What? Jonathan Brooks? And then you're going to see the other half of Twitter say, calm down, we got one more pick. Maybe they could redeem themselves. And so the Dallas Cowboys are on the clock. Pick number 87, Joe. What are they going to do with the 87th pick in the 2024 NFL draft, Joe? The Dallas Cowboys select Jalen McMillan, wide receiver out of Washington, 6 foot, 197 pounds. McMillan had 5 touchdowns and 7 starts. He can be one of the dangerous NFL slot receivers we have in the game. If Turpin, he's the 1 year man Turpin, if he's out of the game, this guy could be your punt kickoff returner in the future. Jalen McMillan is one of my pet cats. He is a combine visit for the Dallas Cowboys, so Cowboys have touched base with this guy. He was an unsung hero there at Washington, an explosive offense. He really put up, I think it was 556 yards over there with only 7 starts. So, Brandon Cooks, CeeDee Lamb, Jalen McMillan, I like that wide receiver lineup for 2024, Joe. That's why he is in my mock draft.
I like it, man. I like adding receiver here, man. Cowboys wide receiver room. So it's they're in need of some issues, bro. I mean, they're in need of some wide receivers. I mean, Tolbert. How many more years are we gonna give this guy before we stop saying, "Oh, you know"? That's my. I mean, what I would like, ideally in this draft, if you could get somebody that's better than Tolbert, which I think is pretty easy. I think you can find that guy in the opening 3 rounds of this draft, and you did it here. Jalen McMillan, to me, I mean, he's gonna run circles around Tolbert. You know what I mean? Tolbert, oh, he's gonna come out and this and that. Like, he hasn't done crap, bro. He hasn't done crap. So salute to you, bro. I like that pick there.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. So Cowboys, Friday night, they're going to bed pretty happy. And we got our 4th round pick from the Chiefs because we traded with them, right? We got our center. We got our guy. So we wake up, 4th round. We got to wait a little bit, but we're still in the 4th round, Joe. And the 131st pick is there, Joe. And the Cowboys are on the clock. So with the 131st pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Tommy Eichenberg, linebacker, Ohio State. 6'2", 223, Big Ten linebacker of the year, 82 tackles, 1 sack, dominant in run, shedding, blocking. Cowboys, they need help in the run stopping ability. Eichenberg can be that player to do that. And this guy right here, we've lost some special teams pieces that went off and signed with other teams. This guy can be dominant on special teams for Bones Fossil. So not only is he helping Mike Zimmer, he's helping Bones Fossil solidify that special teams, Joe. This guy right here is the guy you want to help, and he can play all positions on linebacker. You talk about Will, Mike, Sam. That guy, he's very versatile. I like Eichenberg a lot.
Yeah, I think he's underrated. It'll be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see where he goes. He's a throwback linebacker. He doesn't quite have, the catch up speed, the run you down speed, but he's always around the ball, right? And that's what's important. You don't want these guys that are chasing and out of view and just looking bad out there. So Eichenberg, he's not going to embarrass himself out there. He can hold up with the NFL players in this league, in my opinion. And you hit a good point there on special teams. I think this will be a great addition for Bones Fossil and that special team. So good pick there. Need a linebacker, good size, good credentials, played in the Big Ten, lots of running. So his run defense is up to par and ready to rock and roll, baby. I love that pick there with Tommy Eichenberg, Mike.
Appreciate it. I feel a little good here. I'm feeling a little good. We got 4 picks in. We got 4 picks to go. All right. Cowboys sitting there with the 174th pick. Joe, they're on the clock. With the 174th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Christian Boyd, defensive tackle, Northern Iowa. Jonathan Hankins, replacement, 6'3", 317 pounds, played 11 games in 2023, 41 tackles, 30 pressures, 18 QB pressures, and 3 sacks. All right. This guy would be a steal in the 5th round. Just a massive mauler. Jonathan Hankins replacement. He puts Carlos Watkins to shame. This guy right here going into the foxhole on the defense side of the ball with Kendricks and with Eichenberg running nickel. This guy right here plugging it up the middle right next to Osa Odigizua. It's going to be real nasty, Joe.
Christian Boyd, bro, the big boy, right? Well, the double cheeseburgers with bacon. This is it right here. All right. Yeah, Hankins, he was a name. He gave us a couple snaps, but just too old, too dinged up, man. So, they're hoping that they can beef up Mozzie, make him number 1, but you still need another one here. Christian Boyd, a lot bigger in my opinion. So he is that trash can right up the middle that's going to be hard to move. Hopefully, open it up for your 3 tech, your edge, your linebackers should be able to seek and strike at will. So that's what they need, man. We really got to get our linebackers moving around and not getting blown up at the second level, right? So I like that pick, man. Put them in the rotation. It's good, man. I'm hoping that they come out of this with a defensive tackle. So good pick there, Mike. Northern Iowa, Christian Boyd, bros.
I'm betting 1,000 here, Joe. Betting 1,000. All right. It's Cowboys. They got a 6th-round pick. They're on the clock with the 216th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. The Dallas Cowboys select A.J. Barner, tight end, Michigan. All right. Question marks around John Steven Jr. is coming off an ACL. Cowboy players don't do good under Mike McCarthy's leadership with coming back from ACL injury. And that concerns me with this medical staff. The guy's run blocking ability is out of this world, all right? 6'6", 251 pounds. His catching ability just isn't where I need it to be, Joe. But I'm telling you, with Jake Ferguson there, being a leader in that tight ends room, this guy can possibly beat out Schoonmaker, who hasn't showed me nothing, all right? We talk about this running game. We talk about the offensive line. You bring A.J. Barner in here, and the Cowboys have kept 4 tight ends too. So John Steven Jr., he's not getting cut. He's not getting placed in IR. The Cowboys can keep 4 tight ends. It's going to be okay. You get this guy to block for you. Whoever we draft, Jonathan Brooks, or if it's Freeman, who we just signed. This guy setting the edge with your new left tackle or with Terrence Steele on the right side. I think you're in good hands, Joe.
You're in good hands with Allstate, baby. A.J. Barner. Yeah, man, I think a lot of fans, would probably not like another tight end. Oh, we don't need one. We got this, and that. You hear it all the time from any position. They need to get ready for it. Mike McCarthy's a tight end hoarder going all the way back to Green Bay. He loves tight ends, man. He has an affinity for these guys. He really does. He brings them in all the time, drafts them all the time, undrafted guys all the time. So I'm ready, bro. And I think they know they messed up on Schoonmaker, bro. They overdrafted the hell out of him, and you didn't get anything out of him. Obviously, we're going to give him another year or two here. But
you got Hinder drops.
Hinder drop. That guy, garbage as hell. So, yeah, man. I like adding another tight end in here, and I love the idea of adding a tight end somewhere. There's good ones. There's a lot of good ones here that people have not really been talking about. You know what I mean? But I think that I would not be surprised at all if tight end is called somewhere in this draft. Hopefully not early, but I think outside, the 3rd round, I think they're open for business, Mike.
So Cowboy fans are wondering what the hell just happened. They took a tight end. So they're back on the clock, Joe, with the 244th pick. So with the 233rd pick, 233rd pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Delmore Glaze, the left tackle out of Maryland. Combine visit guy right here with the Dallas Cowboys, 6'4", 315, a 7-foot wingspan, started 13 games at left tackle. Does great against double teams, has strong hands. This guy, I think, is already better than Josh Ball. I think this guy's already better than Matt Walesko. I got to see Austin Richards a little bit more, but I like if the Cowboys draft Glaze, who they're very familiar with out of Maryland, I think that this is a underrated left tackle right here that could possibly – and again, guys, we're in the 7th round, all right? Remember that. We're in the 7th round, all right? This is going to be your risk it for the biscuit.
Left tackle Maryland, yeah. I see this happening as well. Adding old linemen at the end of the draft was kind of like their calling card, right? It's old linemen and special teamer kind of guys. So Mike, I think you nailed it here with grabbing the old lineman here at the end of the draft. That's a hallmark of the Cowboys. Throw them in the mix, and like you said, It shouldn't be too hard to find people better than Josh Ball. He's just hanging on by a string, bro. He hasn't been anything for us. Missed a lot of time. Well, let's go. Injury prone. Can't count on the guy. So time to move on from these guys. Fresh blood, bro. Let's get it going.
Got to do it. So the Dallas Cowboys are still in the 7th round. They're on the clock with the 244th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. The Dallas Cowboys select Sam Hartman, quarterback, Notre Dame. 6'1", 211, 2,689 yards in 2023, 24 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions. That deep ball is one hell of a deep ball, all right? You want to talk about Dak Prescott don't have a contract. Trey Lance don't have a contract. Cooper Rush don't have a contract. I need somebody to throw the ball in OTAs next year. Sam Hartman is going to be throwing the ball if none of these quarterbacks get an extension, all right? Sam Hartman, great deep ball. It kind of reminds you of a Colt McCoy type player. That's what I see when I visualize. When I watch Sam Hartman, I see a Colt McCoy type player. Cowboys need to address quarterback. Give Cooper Rush, give Trey Lance some competition. I think Sam Hartman can be a good guy in the quarterback room, Joe.
I love it, bro. I love it, man. Finishing strong, Sam Hartman, dude. This is my college team, as you guys know. 6'1", 211. This guy has put up a lot of numbers from Wake Forest, and then last year he entered the portal, hit Notre Dame, and led them to a very successful season. So I like him, man. He has a lot of moxie. The game versus Duke is the game to watch. These guys went back and forth. Riley Leonard, Sam Hartman. It was a heavyweight bout, and Hartman came out on top. So if you want to see a game here that puts a quarterback under pressure and can execute and hit all the passes, NFL passes, go look at that Notre Dame versus Duke game. That's all you got to watch, man. Hartman, he's good, man. I think that he would be a good backup quarterback in this league, and somebody that if you give him the opportunity, he could be like a Gardner Minshew. I think that might be his ceiling, which is not bad. Minshew's a pretty good guy that can get you through some games, right? He's got some swag to him as well, and this is Hartman as well. So I like the pick here late. Will he be available this late? Possibly. I can see him going anywhere from the 4th to maybe even undrafted, but somebody's going to fall in love with him and the tape, and they're going to take him, bro. Good pick.
Thank you, Joe. That concludes my final mock draft. We'll see how many players I get right.
I love it, bro. And that's what this is all about. It's all about mock drafts and, what the Cowboys might possibly do and how these guys possibly fit into the Cowboys roster. We have a lot of holes, not enough picks. Hopefully they do move down, either in the 1st or 2nd and pick up a 4th. So 4th rounder, I think everybody's mocks have this. I think every content creator, everybody who has any kind of Twitter or whatever, they've been doing the move downs. That's what everybody's wanting and hoping. Hopefully that's the course that these guys take to pick up that 4th. I don't want this to be we're like, oh, our 4th rounder's Trey Lance. Shut up. Give me the 4th round pick, dude.
Yeah, we need it. We need it.
Yeah, we need it, and we need it bad, bro. Can't go that long. So we're going to go ahead and get into mine here, Mike. Let me go ahead and share this
I'm
out.
excited to see what Joe has up his sleeve here.
Oh, yeah, this is a totally different route.
And I don't know it. Joe never shared this with me, so I really don't know what its picks are.
Yeah, so let's get into this, baby. Oops, that's not what I want to do. I'm going to share. We're going to go to Dashell. All right. You ever heard of that?
Dashell?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Here we go, bros. The bro of bros.
It's official. Got to wear the tie.
Yeah, I should have won a tie, bro. Thursday night. We're gonna go all out, bro. Here we are, guys. 24 NFL final mock. All right. Let's get it going, bro. Dallas is on the clock. All right. In this draft, we traded down with the Buccaneers. Details of the trade: the Bucs moved up. They got our 24th pick. We moved down 2 spots to 26. All right. In that trade, we picked up number 125. So we got the 4th round pick there. All right. So in this total draft, we've got 8 new players into the mix. All right. So here we go, baby. Let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. The first pick, Dallas selects. Cooper DeJean, defensive back, Iowa, bro. Here we go. It's time, man. BPA action. This is exactly what happened here. We got a little bit wiped out in my mock with the offensive lineman. I didn't want to reach. Who was sitting there? The DB god of DB guys, Cooper DeJean, a Mike Zimmer heartthrob. All right. So, man, what I like about Cooper DeJean, you know, if you want to keep him at cornerback, you can. You know, he's got the flex to play inside at safety. Oh, we've got safeties. I can hear the little twats. We've got okay safeties, bro. Let's be real about this shit. All right. So you want a game changer, someone that's going to force the ball, a smart player. You know, this isn't a dumb player making penalties left and right. And he gives you special teams flex as well. Man, this guy is an outstanding kick returner guy. He's got that in his back pocket. So something that maybe, you know, if they're looking for extra snaps for him, Fossil will love him as well. So we're talking about special teams as well. But Cooper DeJean, game wrecker. All right. Game wrecker comes from a strong program there out of Iowa. They're all about defense. They've trained him very well. You put him in the mix there with Mike Zimmer and Al Harris, secondary coach. We're cooking with grease, bro. I mean, this is vicious. All right. Cooper DeJean, Mike.
I like it, Joe. You move back 2 spots. You said it yourself. Best player available. And you move back 2 spots. You get your 4th round pick and you get BPA. You can't ask something better than that. And not only do you get BPA, you get Cooper DeJean. All right. Safety in my eyes. Some people got him as a corner. You put him back there, like you said, Joe, as a safety, and I think you got something here. You know, Malik Hooker has an injury history at the free safety position. You got Donald Wilson has an injury history at the strong safety position. Marquise Bell just moved back, so you got to take care of what you got to take care of. All right. All positions, as we said on the first report, are up for grabs. They've set themselves up, no matter if you believe it or not, for BPA. And you go get Cooper DeJean with the first pick. Love it.
And this will be Zimmer's boy. All right. He's playing with his own groceries here. Cooper DeJean is the pick. Let's go on to the next pick here, the 2nd round. Let's do it. Zach Frazier, bro. The center was still there. What the hell? Couldn't pass this guy up, man. Zach Frazier, the center from West Virginia, the wrestler. All right. These NCAA wrestlers, man. He's got that wrestler background. You know what I mean? So leverage. He's got a good handle on, you know, how to use his hands, leverage. I mean, if he could be throwing people left and right, flipping them, hip throws, and all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, this guy's ready to rock and roll, man. Frazier, you know, this guy will not give up. You know, we all heard the story of him having the broken leg, wanting to go back and finish the snap. Coach didn't let him. This guy's a monster, man. These are the kind of guys you want. You want guys that can play through injury, not these guys that are so easy to hit the training room. All right. We need more throwback kind of guys. We need somebody to spearhead this offensive line. When you have that spearhead at the center position, things just kind of fall in place, man. You know what we had with Frederick? You know what I mean? He was that kind of guy. Biadish, he was, but you could have done better. So they let him walk because exactly that, you know, too finesse, Big guy, but too finesse. This guy, he's going to maul the hell out of you. He's going to lead the way. He's going to pump up the rest of the offensive line, get that running game, physical run behind him. Smash mouth football, bro. I'm talking about here, Zach Frazier, Mike, in the second round.
Absolutely, Joe. Your draft is hitting it off with some bangers, all right? The defensive line, the opposing defensive line will think they're at IHOP because all the pancakes they're getting served, all right? This guy right here will be the pancake deliverer, all right? Look at the arms in the picture, Joe. The upper strength, the upper core strength, he has it. Nasty. You talk about Travis Frederick, that mentality of just, you're not better than me, I'm better than you, and I'm about to prove it right here. This is the guy, Joe. Absolutely great second round pick.
He was there. He was there, man. Hard to pass on that talent there. Let's go to the next pick. Austin Booker, all right, defensive end out of Kansas. Cowboys are looking at defensive ends. Low key, they want an edge rusher. This draft class, not very deep, in my opinion, with the edge rushers. And the ones that are available outside the third round are tweeners, small dudes. All right, 6'2", 6'1". That ain't gonna cut it for us. So this is like our DeMarcus Lawrence type of situation here, where if you remember in 2014. Lawrence was the kind of like the last kind of guy that had that size, that type of bend that could get to the quarterback. Cowboys moved up to get him. Here in the third round, Austin Booker still available in my mock draft. Went ahead and took him here, put him in the mix, an upgrade over Dorrance Armstrong and Fowler. This guy does not stop. All right, this is what I like about this guy. Austin Booker, defensive end. I think he's got a high ceiling here for the Cowboys. Put him in the mix under Greg Ellis, the new defensive end coach who knows how to get to the damn quarterback, and he knows what Zimmer wants in the defensive ends. This is a match made in heaven, bro. Austin Booker. Let's start sacking quarterbacks again, baby.
6'4", 240, Austin Booker out of Kansas. You get rid of a Kansas guy, you bring another one in. We got rid of Sean Lee. He retired. We brought another one in. We can replace you. And this guy is the guy. 6'4", 240 pounds, Austin Booker. There's comparisons, Joe, out there. I don't know how real it is. The guy still has to prove himself. We got Taylor Lawrence. We got Urlacher. This guy's getting compared to Max Cosby. That's how good this guy has tape, all right? You bring him in here, pair him up with DeMarcus Lawrence. You pair him up with Micah Parsons. It ain't going to be Suplex City. It's going to be Sack City.
Sack City indeed, bro. I love it, man. Let's go to the fourth round, the pick that we picked up with the trade with the Buccaneers. Matt Goncalves. All right. Matt Goncalves. All right. Let's get it right. Goncalves. Okay. Offensive tackle, Pittsburgh. The big boy. All right. We need more beef on this O-line. Oh, you can get him later. No, the word on the street here is that Matt is being pursued by a lot of teams here. Don't be surprised if he goes as high as the third round. And that is a fact, Jack. All right. So Matt Goncalves, and this guy can play, bro. And where do they put him? And they're gonna put him in the mix. And like you did in your mock draft, Mike, I got this guy as an upgrade over, like you said, Josh Ball. Well, let's go. These guys, their days are numbered, bro. They're out of here. All right. You could probably put this guy, get him in there in the preseason, see what he gives you. What kind of flex can he give you? Nimble on his feet, strength, athletic. I like the way he plays, man. And Pittsburgh's got a pretty good program. They have a good running game, passing attack. So these guys, they got to be in shape. They got to be able to pull and move all over the place. So Matt Goncalves, he fits this type of style that the Cowboys offensive line has. So he's I think he would hit the ground running. I don't know if I'd put him as a starter immediately, but this is a guy in the 4th round that you're going to develop and, see what he can give you, Mike.
Absolutely, Joe. In 2021, 13 games. He started 5 at right tackle. The rest was at left tackle. He started 13 games in 22, 8 at right tackle, 5 at left tackle. He started 3 games last year at left tackle, and he missed the rest of the season due to injury, Joe. But this guy's versatile. You want him to play right, you want him to play left. This guy has your back. This is the guy that we wanted Matt Walesko to be, all right? Will the real Matt please stand up? And he did in the 4th round, Joe. Great selection.
There it is. Yeah, and if it wasn't for the injury, we'd probably be talking about him higher. But, the injury guys, they got to bring him along a little bit, see where they're at. If the medical's checked out, Cowboys, they do a pretty good job of that. They'll call his name there on draft day. Let's go to the next pick in the 5th round. Tyrone Tracy Jr., bro. The running back out of Purdue. Okay. So he's listed as a running back, but he has a lot of wide receiver in his game. Some might even call him a wide receiver. On the depth chart at Purdue, he may have been even listed as a wide receiver. So what you're looking at here, Mike, is your Tony Pollard replacement. All right. Tyrone Tracy, good with the ball after the catch. Yak guy. So pretty elusive, man. This guy's hard to tackle. He's got good feet, kind of like what we saw out of Pollard. Not as fast as Pollard. I think Pollard's a little bit faster than this one here. But Tyrone Tracy, I think he makes up with that, with the athleticism and the elusiveness. He'll shake you out of your ankles, man. So I like him here in the 5th. Will he be here in the 5th? He might. And that's why I took him here. Throw him in the mix. And like we talked about, Cowboys have added a little bit bigger running backs to the running back room. So this guy would be your flash, right? Your flash to your Thunder. The Thunder's going to have to get, figured out between the other guys. But this guy gives you that flash in the backfield and can play the running game. Web back 2.0, as Stephen Jones says. You can line him up. And Mike McCarthy loves these types of guys, man. That's why they talk about, what's the Western Kentucky guy they were talking about, man? The Debo 2.0 kind of guy.
Oh, yeah. What was his name?
But so
he's always hurt too, ain't he?
Mike McCarthy likes doing this. He likes these. If you remember Ty Montgomery at New England, same type of deal, man. He likes that. He likes to do that with the running backs. He likes that versatility of somebody that has wide receiver and running back in their back pocket. That's what Ty Montgomery was. And, that's what Pollard was here for the Cowboys. And, McCarthy obviously inherited him. But you want a similar type of guy here that can give you that juice in the backfield that we need. Tyrone Tracy here, running back out of Purdue, Mike.
Man, Joe, this pick right here, this guy ran a 4.48 40, all right? He had 11 games. He started 9. So Jalen McMillan was my special teams ace, right? If something happened to Turpin, this guy would fill in. Tyrone Tracy could be that special teams ace guy too, as well as the running back, right? Kind of like TP early in his career, Joe. Great pick here. 113 carries, 716 yards. On receiving side, 19 catches for 132 yards. Again, keep in mind, he only had 9 starts. And then on his kickoffs, he had a touchdown on a kick return. So, dude can go from 0 to 100 real quick. Game pace type of guy, can change it. Great pick here. Still in the 5th round if the Dallas Cowboys can muster that up.
That's what it is, baby. Let's go to the 6th round. Let's see what we got up our sleeve here. Brevin Spanford. Fan of this one here. 6th round, tied in, bro. So, you're getting here at the end of the draft, right? Cowboys fully on hand here at the Minnesota Combine Pro Day. I told you about Newman earlier. Cowboys have supreme interest in him, so keep an eye on him with Cooper DeJean. But they did also meet here with Brevin Spanford. Okay, so why did I like this guy? Why did the Cowboys like? I mean, he's got the wingspan of a condor, soft hands. You look at the games here that he played in. Soft hands kind of reminds you of, Dalton Schultz, Ferguson, where those hands are just soft like butter. That ball just lands in there perfectly. Good control of the ball, doesn't bobble it. He's not a body catcher. And then after the catch, who wants to tackle this guy? So, like we said, like kind of what you did in yours, Mike. Tight end, man. Get ready for it. And Mike McCarthy, he loves them. Cowboys love throwing tight ends into the mix. So, mine here, Brevin Spanford, Mike, tight end out of Minnesota.
So my tight end was 6'6". Your tight end in your mock draft is 6'6", Joe. Your tight end weighs a lot, 20 pounds more than I do. 260 pounds. Spanford is. You talk about the wingspan, Joe, just incredible. And for a guy with 6'6", 260 pounds, you wouldn't even believe his 40 time, Joe. 4.7740. At that size, Joe, that's fast. That's fast. There's offensive linemen that size that can't run that fast. That's how fast he is, all right? This is a typical Aaron Hernandez type of tight end that can just take the potential and use it, Joe. If they can get their hands on Spanford, God, and he can pan out steel of steals, Joe.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of good tight ends in this one. We talk about AJ Arnold, we talk about Brevin Ford, but there's Iowa tight end. He's in the mix. Theo Johnson out of Penn State is another guy that's being looked at as a possibly a third rounder, fourth rounder kind of guy. So there's a lot of tight ends to be had here. So we'll do. I think if they go early, that would upset the Cowboys fan base. But grabbing them here at the end, kind of like we did, Mike, is kind of what the Cowboys kind of do. Throw them in the mix. Some of they can probably contribute, and beat out some of the guys that have been kind of just getting along here, hanging on by a hair.
When I compared him to Aaron Hernandez, I was talking about ability, not killability.
I love it, bro. I love it. No, but I know what you mean. So you have Gronk, you had Aaron Hernandez, and the Cowboys tried. They tried to copy the Patriots. They had Witten, and they tried to go get Escobar. Right? They tried to copy. It was a complete failure. Here with Ferguson, you add another one into the mix. Here, you could have that 1-2 punch, and I'm pretty sure that's what Mike was referring to there.
Yeah. Yep, that's exactly what I was doing.
Let's go with the next pick, bros. 7th round.
Great draft so far, Joe.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, bro. Seventh round. Bub Means, the wide receiver out of Pittsburgh. Will he be here in the 7th round? This guy is getting a late push, and he's another Pittsburgh player. Now, Pittsburgh puts pretty good players into the league. I like Bub Means, got good size. Someone that has ability to contribute right out the gate here. He would be a guy that would be competing with, Jalen. What was his name, Mike?
McMillan. Or Tolbert. Jalen Brooks.
Jalen Brooks. Yeah, he'd be competing with Jalen Brooks. And Jalen Brooks, from what we've been hearing, looks like he's going to make a push there. So,
dude, he's good. He's good.
He's good, man. And I think if he gets the opportunity. So, we'll see what the Cowboys do at wide receiver. I would love to see the Cowboys use an early pick on the wide receiver, but we just have so many needs. Glaring needs, right? I think with wide receiver, I think they see themselves as being good there with Lamb, the hot and cold Brandon Cooks, and they're holding on. They're holding hope, man. The genital the bulb will turn on for this guy. But I ain't holding my breath. So somewhere in this draft, give me a wide receiver, throw him in the mix. Let's see if we can hit on somebody. Let's find the next Miles Austin. Let's find the next, up and comer. They can come out of nowhere and be something for you. Above means out of Pittsburgh, Mike.
No, he played a lot of the second half there at Pittsburgh later in the year. Big frame, big wingspan type of guy. Very fast individual, running a 4.43. 19 reps on the bench press, so the guy ain't no scrub. All right, wide receivers, can you even lift, bro? He can. All right, 6'1", 212 pounds. Great selection, Joe. Great selection. Can he beat out Tolbert? Probably. Or can he beat out Tolbert? Probably. Can he beat out Brooks? Bud, by all means, I don't think so.
Yeah. Let's see what we got going there, man. Let's see what they got going there.
You see what I did there? Bud, by all means.
Good job, bro. Good job there. And with the final pick of the 7th round, Cowboys go with Jordan McGee, linebacker out of Temple. Okay. 30 visit for the Cowboys. Considered a late round kind of linebacker for us. Special teamer guy. I love the Temple program. So for Jordan McGee, you're getting a quicker linebacker, compact, kind of build to him, but somebody that's going to be around the ball and somebody that I think that, Zimmer would like. And this is the type of linebackers that Zimmer likes. He likes all sorts. He's not a metric-centric coach. So when you're looking at all the defenders that the Cowboys could bring in here to this draft class, don't be surprised if you have, a 5'10" cornerback or safety. Don't be surprised if you have 5'10", 5'11", or whatever. Linebacker, 5'11", 6 foot. If the guys can play, Zimmer is going to pound the table and bring him. He's worked with all sorts. That's what I'm saying. He wants the heart. He wants old school guys. Guys are going to listen to him, not make mistakes, and guys that are going to get after it, bro. And then Jordan McGee comes from a good program, Temple. They've got a good defense there. They're known for that. Jordan McGee here for the Cowboys, 30 visit. That's the pick, Mike.
Joe, I got mad respect for McGee. All right, he did play through COVID. He only missed 2 games because he did contract COVID. 4.55 40, Joe. The guy's a sack machine. Low-key underrated stat, Joe. The guy can sack the quarterback, all right? His pass breakups is there. Someone asked the question, can he really fall to the 7th round, Joe? He to me, he's more of a 5th, 6th round guy to me because there's so many underlining factors of how good this guy is. He's completely out of the radar, all right? This guy, pass breakups, sacks, tackles. The guy has high motor. Absolutely love the pick.
Yeah, no, it's true, man. He's one of these guys that might not be there. You know what I mean? But late here, he was available, and he was a pick, and I love it, bro. I think it's a solid draft here for the Frisco Report. These are our final mock drafts. And, we gave you a lot of prospects, and, it's we're getting down to it, man. We're 2 days away, from it. What do the Cowboys have up their sleeve? Their wizard sleeve.
We never know, Joe. We never know. But, man, I think both of our mock drafts, dude, no one's talking about tight end, Joe. We both went tight end, I thought, that, like I said, like we said before, there's a lot of holes, not enough draft picks. How did the Cowboys massage that out? I think if they went with any one of our drafts, I think we're golden.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. So we've put in the work, man. It's been fun. We've given you guys a lot of players that a lot of content creators and people covering the team just have not talked about at all. We want this to be, where you can come and if you hear the name, you're familiar with the name. You don't want to be caught in the, who the hell is that guy? You know what I mean? Who's that? You know what I mean? We don't want to get caught in the Nation Wright type of situation. I think the coverage we've had this whole draft cycle, Mike, I think we've done a really good job there with our various mocks, our various scenarios. Oh, that's not going to happen. I love it, bro, because we've set you up for that. You know, if you've been watching our channel here, we've given you all sorts of crazy scenarios. Some possible, some probably not, but you never know. You got to be ready for them. And I think it all starts there in the first round, Mike. I think that's going to be where the biggest surprises is going to go down, Mike.
It's a great day to trade a quarterback Thursday. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go there after this great show. I think I think the Dallas Cowboys. I think they got to set tempo. You know, the bar set low with the fan base, Joe. The fans set very low. A lot of fans are really pissed off at the Dallas Cowboys. The room for error, the room for optimism, Joe, is very thin. So the Dallas Cowboys have to figure out a way to get morale back in Cowboy Nation. And if they screw up the first round, Joe, if they screw up the first round, you can kiss all morale by the fan base goodbye. And I think they know what's at stake. James Slater, I think, put a little God-fearing in them today at the press conference. So we'll see what they do Thursday, and we'll be live to see it, Joe.
Ooh, well, that is the scary thing about it, right? That is the scary thing about it. You know, names that I would not like. Let's hit it up here. Names that we would not like there in the first round, whether it's 24, 27, 32, whatever. Darius Robinson for me. That's Tyrone Crawford, bro. Oh, he's outside. You can move him inside. He's not for me, man. This guy, you can get him later, bro. But people are trying to put him in the first round for some reason. Not for me, bro. We've already done the Tyrone Crawford, Jeremy Mincey type of crap. Doesn't do crap, bro. It's not good enough.
Chauncey Goltz didn't work out.
Didn't work, bro. Who else, bro? Latham.
Kinsley in the first round from BYU. Can't happen, Joe.
Yeah,
absolutely not. Cannot happen.
Yeah, man. Give your names. Mine's Latham. Don't want him. Hell no as a tackle. You know, if you had to sell me on him and the Cowboys did take him, I'm putting him at guard, bro. I am not putting that guy at tackle. No.
Tyler Guyton, Oklahoma. Don't touch him as a first round pick. All right, Cowboys.
Yeah. I'm not for Guyton either. Main media, they're stuck on him. It's an easy, low hanging fruit for them, so they just pluck him in there. Not enough experience, bro. And then to move him from right to left, you're asking for a disaster, bro. So Cowboys, I mean, their bread and butter is O-line. They got to know better. So I don't think it'll be Guyton. I wouldn't want to draft him. So it's gonna be interesting, bro.
It's gotta be crazy, dude. It's gonna be real crazy. I liked your first round pick there, Cooper DeJean, Iowa safety. I like that a lot, Joe. That was good. That was real good. And I can't wait to be live Thursday for the 4th annual live stream. You guys, if you want to hang out with Joe and I, come hang out.
Yeah, come hang out, man. We're gonna be here covering, the first pick all the way to basically the end of the draft and end of the first round. Talking about the picks as they come along, try to guess the picks, try to see what the Cowboys do. But great show, Mike. Man, we've been doing this for a couple years now. Couldn't do this without
years.
You, bro.
We've been doing this more than a few years.
Yeah, can't do it without you.
Appreciate the Ty comment. Appreciate it. It was business today. All right, this is serious. Got to bust out the tie. Joe bust out the cap. I gotta bust out the tie.
I went with the camo because we're going to war, baby. The war room, baby.
Dude, it's draft time.
Let's go, bro. I cannot wait, man. So that's what we have today. This is our Frisco report, final mock drafts. On the Cowboys blog, I will have my official Cowboys blog, final of all finals. The shocker of shockers, the name of names will be revealed. Like I told you, I promised you that. You will see it. And get ready.
Let's do it.
Get ready, bro. Mike, let everybody know where they can find you, man. Shout out everything going on. And thank you again, bro.
No, appreciate you. Another crazy year of draft coverage, hanging out with Joe. I think this year has been the best year for me when it comes to draft knowledge and draft talking and traits and stuff. And I give all the flowers to Joe Rod. All right. Best friend of mine. And going live day one again with Joe. I'll be live the third day on Talking Crazy. The link's in the chat if you want to come in and talk about day one, day two picks and what's projected there in the third day. Click the link, come in, let's chop it up. And we'll knock that out. But Cowboys Corner right here on the tubes, _ Cowboys Corner on Twitter. If you're sensitive, don't follow me. And we'll just leave it at that. See you guys Thursday night.
I love it, bro. Hit like on the way out, guys. We do appreciate you guys checking us out. And we'll see you again. We'll see you real soon, guys. Peace out, everybody.